Welcome to the training session for PennDOT GINT. This training is for the use of Bentley GINT software for PennDOT projects. We have based the training on the assumption that users have either taken Bentley's GINT fundamentals training or have sufficient experience with GINT software to understand the basics for using GINT. Some tips will be provided for using GINT, but this training is not intended to replace Bentley's GINT fundamentals training. Rather, it is intended to give users a better understanding of PennDOT's customization of GINT through the data template in the library. That is, the training will describe the input items and reports available from PennDOT's GINT library and data template. The training will cover why PennDOT is requiring GINT software, a brief overview of some of the tips for input of data into GINT, PennDOT-specific input items, the GINT Output tab and the output reports available for use on PennDOT projects, upload of completed GINT project files to PennDOT's EFT site. The use of PennDOT's GINT database. Unfortunately, at this time, the GINT database is currently available only to PennDOT users. The GINT Field Data Collection Tool, a brief review for converting GINT project files, and the GINT data collected in the project's construction phase. What is GINT? GINT is a Bentley software product for geotechnical data management and reporting. PennDOT users have GINT Professional Plus version 8, which has database capability. Business partners may use GINT Professional version 8, which is similar to GINT Professional Plus version 8, but does not have database capability. GINT software can be used to produce customized geotechnical reports, such as PennDOT's Engineer's Log. The database capability of GINT Professional Plus allows PennDOT to create a database of geotechnical data and lab test results that can be used for future reference. GINT helps to manage the collection and reporting of subsurface information on a project-by-project basis. Each GINT project file contains the subsurface information for a specific project. After entering the project geotechnical data, GINT can be used to generate various subsurface reports, saving time. The customized geotechnical reports are used in design documents and on contract bid documents. One of the immediate benefits of using GINT is that it facilitates the statewide standardization of geotechnical reports. For example, in the past, the format used and information shown on structure borings varied by district and by the business partner preparing the structure borings. By using GINT software, the reports are standardized for PennDOT. Another benefit of using GINT is that the data and input items collected and drop-down menus in GINT assist in the standardization of rock and soil descriptions. The input collected is consistent across PennDOT. The input format and drop-down menus for many input items help users to follow standardized materials descriptions. The result of the standardization is that business partners are dealing with one PennDOT. Due to the standardized input parameters and materials descriptions, the data collected is consistent for all projects. The data is searchable, making subsurface information easier to find. Historically, paper or scan reports and drawings had to be reviewed to find geotechnical information for a project. Now, once the desired project is found, any of the geotechnical reports can be produced. Over time, the GINT database will be populated with geotechnical data. Borings from previous projects and neighboring projects can be referenced when evaluating the potential geology for a project location. This will facilitate better subsurface investigations and should result in cost and time savings for future projects. Fewer borings will be required in competent geology, and additional borings may be required in complex geology to understand and design for difficult conditions. 3 versions of GINT are currently available: GINT Logs, GINT Professional, and GINT Professional Plus. Business partners should use GINT Professional as the database capability is typically not required or needed by business partners. However, business partners should be aware that GINT Professional does not automatically convert latitude and longitude to coordinates. The data should be converted and entered manually. Several online applications are available for the conversion. GINT Professional Plus will be used by PennDOT users for the database capability. To purchase Bentley GINT software, business partners should contact Bentley Systems and ask about GINT Professional. PennDOT employees should contact their IT coordinator and follow the GINT installation instructions available on PennDOT's Intranet to install GINT software. Once on PennDOT's Intranet site, users should click on Systems and then on GINT to view the GINT installation directions and contact their local IT coordinator to install. To find training opportunities for GINT software, business partners should contact Bentley Systems. Instructor-led face-to-face training, web-based training, and self-paced training options are available. Business partners may wish to complete the GINT fundamentals training before using GINT software. PennDOT employees were offered training sessions in November 2013 prior to the user acceptance testing for GINT, and again in January 2015 just prior to GINT implementation. In the future, additional web-based training will be held as needed. A self-study option is available for GINT through the Bentley Learn website. There is no cost to PennDOT for the self-study option. How can users obtain PennDOT's GINT library and data template? PennDOT's GINT library and data template are available to PennDOT employees and business partners who complete and submit a GINT subscription form to the GINT resource account, gintsupport@pa.gov. Users should complete and submit both the GINT subscription form and the Management Directive signature page. The subscription form and Management Directive forms are available on PennDOT's GINT webpage. After the subscription forms are received, the user will be emailed PennDOT's GINT data template and library. Any updates or future releases of the library and data template, as well as PennDOT's GINT field data collection tool, will be automatically emailed to subscribers. On occasion, some subscribers experience difficulties with receiving email attachments. The latest release of PennDOT's GINT library and data template will also be available on the EFT site, the same site used for upload of completed GINT project files, for approximately 2 weeks. A detailed description for accessing the EFT site for file upload will be provided later. Please click on the slide and click on the play button to begin the video showing where the GINT webpage is on the PennDOT website and how users can request PennDOT's GINT library and data template. From PennDOT's GINT webpage, all users should join the GINT subscription list and complete the appropriate Management Directive form. PennDOT personnel should take care to complete the Employee or Volunteer form portion of the Management Directive, and business partners should take care to complete the Contractor or Consultant form in the Management Directive. Please email the completed forms, both the subscription form and the Management Directive form, to GINT support. The email address and link are available on PennDOT's GINT webpage. After your subscription request is processed, you'll receive an email containing PennDOT's GINT library, data template, and the GINT field data collection tool. As a subscriber, you will automatically receive all other updates and notifications. GINT implementation required revisions to several PennDOT publications. These included Publication 222, the Geotechnical Investigation Manual, Publication 293, the Geotechnical Engineering Manual, Publication 14M, Design Manual Part 3, Plans Presentation, Chapter 5, Soil Profile Plans, and Publication 14M, Design Manual Part 4. The following slides provide an overview of the publication and policy revisions. Please reference Strikeoff Letter 4311501, which is available through ECMS, or by clicking on the following slide to review detailed information regarding the publication revisions required for GINT implementation. Please double-click on the memo on the screen to read the strike-off letter requiring GINT software use for PennDOT projects. Various changes were made to PennDOT's publications as a result of the requirement to use GINT software. GINT input for soils and rock materials descriptions is identical to Publication 222 requirements. With GINT implementation, the materials descriptions of the August 2015 edition of Publication 222 must be used. For additional information regarding standard descriptors for soil samples and standard descriptions for rock core, please reference Chapter 3.6 of Publication 222. Publication 293, Geotechnical Engineering Manual, Chapter 1, was completely rewritten and requires GINT software for the creation of the soil fences used on cross-sections and profile plans. Design Manual Part 3, Chapter 5, Soil Profile Plans, was revisited to require GINT software for creating soil fences and to indicate that current Publication 222 must be followed for soil and rock descriptions. Publication 15M, Design Manual Part 4, was updated to require GINT software to create the pile installation table. In addition, Chapter 6 of DM4 was revised to delete sections which were duplications of Publication 222 requirements. Other DM4 changes were largely editorial in nature and were related to the references to portions of Chapter 6, which had been deleted. The ECMS WBS codes for engineering agreements have been updated to address the revisions to the publications and to require the use of GINT software. Under the Construction Projects tab on ECMS, the ECMS Project Detail Information screen has been revised to include a GINT required field. The GINT required field was added to ensure that the completed GINT project file has been uploaded to PennDOT's EFT site. On the ECMS Project Detail Information screen for construction projects, the user will be asked if a GINT project file has been provided. If not, the user will be asked to provide justification indicating why a GINT project file has not been uploaded. For example, the project may be a guide rail replacement or a bridge painting project, so GINT use is not required. Another reason for not providing a GINT project file would be if the project started before the use of GINT software was mandated. This is an example of the ECMS project information screen and the location of the GINT required field. With GINT implementation, various geotechnical reports can now be produced using GINT software with PennDOT's GINT library. The data is entered once and various reports can be produced from it. The reports include the inspector's log, engineer's log, structure boring logs, soil fence log, core box photo logs, test pit logs, summary tables for laboratory test data, and 2D and 3D isometric view subsurface profiles. Other geotechnical reports that can be produced using GINT software with PennDOT's GINT library include general notes and legend for structure borings, the DM4 pile installation table, PennDOT project summary page, and the at-a-glance summary of the lab and field tests performed on a project. If users need help using PennDOT's GINT library and data template, there are several resources available. Please visit PennDOT's GINT webpage at www.penndot.gov if you have any questions concerning using GINT on PennDOT projects. A list of frequently asked questions regarding PennDOT's GINT library, data template, and reports is available on the GINT webpage. Sample GINT project files and completed structure boring sheets are provided for reference. The GINT webpage contains instructions for placing soil fences on soil profile plans and instructions for creating structure boring plans. The webpage includes a list of revisions which have occurred to the data template and library beginning from the initial version that was distributed to those participating in user acceptance testing. The webpage also contains a list of known issues and interim fixes if available with the library or data template. If you have questions that are not covered by the information provided on the GINT webpage, please contact GINT support. The email address is available on the GINT webpage. PennDOT employees will find additional help on PennDOT's Intranet, available from the Outlook Today screen by clicking on PennDOT Intranet and then on Systems and then GINT. Please click on the slide to view the steps for accessing the additional information available on PennDOT's Intranet. PennDOT's Intranet, available only to PennDOT employees, contains instructions for installing GINT, instructions for accessing the SQL database through GINT, a link to the Structure Boring Log Report Builder, which is to be used for creating structure boring plan sheets, and the GINT Fundamentals Guide by Bentley. For issues related to GINT software, Users may visit www.bentley.com and click on the Resources tab to view forms and additional help for GINT software.